When the Queens Golden Gales co-captains were presented with the trophy recognizing their victory in the '92 Vanier Cup game, it was indeed a proud moment for Gales fans everywhere. The culmination of a true team effort. To really appreciate it, let's take a look back at their playoff victories, beginning with the Dunsmore Cup. After narrowly defeating McGill the previous week, the Gales traveled to Lennoxville, Quebec, where for the fourth time in 5 years, Bishops and Queens squared off for the OQIFC Championship. The Gales' first possession, 1st and 10.
The man to watch is the man deep in the eye, number 1, Brad Elberg. He gets the carry right away, got through the initial tackle, and now Elberg is brought down. Says Galloway will have to punt into the wind. Low end over end punt. It's away, not very good. Taken at the 45 by Tom Europe. Europe lost the football. Europe lost the football, and Queens has it back.
Bishop's first turnover of the day. It's 2nd and 6 from the Gales' 20-yard line.
The fake to Elberg, and now they throw it on the flat, complete there to Paul Kozan.
Queens starts their TD drive. 1st down, still first quarter.
The handoff to Brad Elberg. Elberg tries to stretch it outside, and that will likely be a face masking call. On 2nd down, Pendergast to throw again, and this time he completes it out there. 2nd and 2. Here's Elberg again with a 1st down inside the 10-yard line. Tackled by Marty Pepin. 1st and goal just inside the 10. Here's Elberg again. Doug Hargraves decides to go. Touchdown, Queens!
Number 33, Mike Boone, gets the 2nd of 5 quarterback sacks.
Murphy's under pressure right away, and he is dropped.
2nd quarter, 1st down, Bishop's 52-yard line.
Again, it's the lead man, Beresford, and Beresford has about 7.
Special teams play a big part on any successful team.
High wobbling punt that almost hit a bird. Taken by Matt Legg at the 10.
Mike Boone makes his presence felt again.
And it's almost intercepted.
The Gators' switch to no huddle doesn't faze the Queens defense.
Regains his footing and throws it over the middle for Tom Hart. A nice defensive play is made.
Braden Dent makes an impact.
They fake the Surratt. Out to the flat. And
2 minutes left in the half. The Gators are threatening.
with the toss to Roberts. Outside, and a great defensive play is made there.
Queens calls a timeout. Defensive coordinator Bob Mullen suspects Bishop's next play to be the option. Coach Doug Hargraves points out that they've got to be aware of the pitch man.
Here comes the option. No, he's going back the other way, and Jim Murphy is dropped. An outstanding defensive play by Mark Johnson. Murphy tried to reverse his field, and right away Johnson was in his face.
And you know, it worked for Queens. Everything they did, they had everybody taken care of, and then Murphy realizes, nothing doing going to the front side.
34 seconds to play until halftime.
Out of the shotgun, here's Murphy looking deep, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Joel Dagnone, and Dagnone's got some room to run inside Bishop's territory before he is finally forced out of bounds by David Butler.
So ends the first half. Score 8-6 Queens. The second starts with the play of the game.
A low driving kick that is taken by Brad Elberg at the 15. Elberg breaks away. He's got room across midfield. Elberg. Only one man to beat. Europe dives. Touchdown. Brad Elberg on the opening kickoff of the second half. Brad Elberg takes the opening kickoff. 95 yards for a Queens touchdown. Absolutely sensational.
Bishop's 1st and 10 from the 21.
Jim Murphy to throw on first down. Under pressure now, gets it out there looking for Tom Hart.
Aaron Campbell was impressive from his very first play after replacing the injured Braden Dent. Now Queens 2nd and 7.
And a quick drop play goes to Paul Kozak.
The Gators have the ball back.
That pass almost intercepted by Mark Johnson. The second time in the football game he's knocked the pass down at the line.
Next possession, James Patterson follows the bouncing ball.
Quick drop. Looking in the flat to Baudouin. Picked off. Intercepted by James Patterson. 18 seconds and counting to play in the third quarter. The punt by Galloway, high and deep. Misaki Kono mishandled it. Loose ball. He falls on it at the 10. First and 10 from the 10. This should be the final play of the third quarter. Murphy under pressure. Dropped close to a safety, but they'll rule it down at the 1.
The teams change ends. The defense keeps up the pressure.
It is 2nd and 19 for Bishops from the 1. Murphy gets out of the end zone. That's the first trick. It almost intercepted. Are they calling it a catch? Aaron Campbell.
The Gales' next scoring drive starts in the snow.
Elberg. Oh, big gain. A first down, and he's finally brought down there by Joel Kruzik.
3-yard line. 1:39 to play.
Second down. Elberg. Touchdown, Queens. 24-6 with a convert to come.
Another turnover.
They've played their last game outdoors this year. The snap goes over Murphy's head. He's kicking it towards the end zone. Claude Saran ran right over it. Queens recovers it at the 1.
Don Rorwick gets the call and Queens' final score of the day.
And in is the backup tailback, Don Rorwick. Rorwick with the touchdown.
It was on to Toronto Sky Dome where the Gales sought to erase the memory of the '91 Churchill Bowl. This year they met the Guelph Griffins in a game that went down to the wire.
2nd and 6. Pendergast deep in the pocket, looks out to the flat, has his man there, Brian Alford.
I tell you what, you want to play quarterback? Yeah, it's lots of fun. Sure it is.
Guelph's third possession, 1st and 10.
Cup, Wally Gabler Jr. has pressure. This looks like a broken play. Under pressure, he is dropped.
Next play, 2nd and 22.
Gabler throws up a dying trail, and it is picked off. Intercepted by James Patterson, and Patterson is heading up the sidelines. Only Gabler to beat, and Gabler knocks him out of bounds, but not before Patterson gets down to the 9.
Mike Boone applying the pressure.
Patterson, 1st and goal from the 9 for Queens. Elberg on the toss, looks to get outside, and does. Elberg, touchdown, Queens.
The Gales' 26-yard line.
Their 2nd and 10. Gabler again looking deep to the end zone to Doherty. Tipped away at the last second. Great defensive play by Chris McCormick.
Next possession.
Aside from that, the Guelph defense has done a good job bottling up Queens offense. Gabler mishandles the snap. The ball is loose, and it's Queens football at the 16-yard line.
Second quarter, 7-1 Queen.
Popke on first down gets away from the initial tackle, bounces it outside, but has nowhere to go. Max Turner up to make the stop.
Pendergast looks for the end zone.
Another first down, and Pendergast up the throw again, deep down the sidelines. He has Kidd wide open. Touchdown, Queen. Ed Kidd.
Tim Pendergast, you think he's happy? The kind of year he's had? Yes.
Over the middle, and he has it almost picked off by James Patterson.
Patterson impresses. Elberg reminds you of what football's all about.
Here's Elberg. Brad Elberg gets away from the initial wave. Up close to midfield, still going. Brad Elberg all the way down to the 39-yard line.
Halftime score, 17-2 Queens. The Griffins' second play of the second half.
Gain was 3 at 2nd and 7. Gabler looks the other way, picked off! Intercepted by James Patterson, who's got room to run.
The Gales settle for a field goal. Guelph, 1st and 10, Queens' 45-yard line.
Gabler on the out and up. He got drilled as he threw the ball, looking for Irwin. They fake the draw to Popke. Gabler's under pressure. And he is dropped. Eric Dell got in to put the pressure on, and it's another huge defensive play.
The Griffins knock on the door on their next possession.
He has it. Popke stacked up with the line. He will not get in.
Mike Boone again. Queens takes over.
Elberg again has a first down. Room to run all the way up to the 20-yard line.
Rorwick, number 35, comes in for a winded Elberg.
Here he comes again. Another first down.
This play is indicative of the height disadvantage Queens defensive backs faced in all their games.
On first down, he comes up throwing, looking deep. A high fluttering ball. It's anyone's guess who will have it. Shane Doherty rips it away from the defender.
Next Guelph possession, 10 minutes to play.
As Guelph continues to work without a huddle. Gabler over the middle for Reed, and incomplete. A flag is down.
Roughing Queens.
And that's exactly what Guelph needed. Gabler to the end zone. Touchdown!
The lead is cut to 11. Guelph kicks off. Elberg handles the return.
Here's Elberg with the kickoff return from the 20. He's got room to run. On first down, they're coming up throwing. Here's Pendergast looking over the middle. He's got it over there to the big tight end, Dan McCullough, and McCullough rumbles all the way down to the 15-yard line.
The drive stalls. Queens gets 3.
A 14-point lead for Queens.
Guelph first down, their own 52.
Clock running at 6:05. The pass is complete to Irwin, and he got whacked by Joel Dagnoni, the safety.
Irwin clears the cobwebs in time for this.
And Gabler on a timing pattern now throws it up to the end zone. He's looking for Irwin. Touchdown, Guelph!
Queens leads by 7. The Gales anticipate an onside kick. The Griffins go long.
Under eerily similar circumstances, Elberg mishandles the ball and now falls on it at the 8.
Unable to move the ball, Queens is forced to punt.
The snap to Galloway is good, and he gets a low end-over-end punt away. And falling down is Heron Tate. The ball bounces all the way into Guelph territory at the 45 to Gravio. Dragged down immediately. An enormous play as Heron Tate fell on the turf.
3 minutes to play. Aaron Campbell, number 24, resurfaces.
Make to Popke. Gabler will try to run. Now he throws it up. And it is almost picked off on the sideline.
Queens gets the ball back, but is forced to punt again.
Here's DeGravio from the 20. DeGravio fights his way up across the 35 and close to the 40-yard line.
Guelph 2nd and 3, their own 44.
Gabler looking for it all now. He's got 2 receivers down. They're almost intercepted, and now a flag is down. Oh, boy. Let's see what this call is all about.
Pass interference, Queens. 2 plays later.
First down, 51 seconds. Gabler under pressure. Now gets to the sideline and throws it away. No flag. No flag. He clearly threw that away.
That is incredible.
7:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Gabler has it picked off. It's intercepted. Aaron Campbell to the 30, the 20, dragged down to the 8-yard line, but this game is over. A 66-yard return. The Guelph Griffin threw it out to the flat. Aaron Campbell picked it up. Took it 66 yards. There will be no overtime. There will be no comeback. The Queens Golden Gales are going to the Vanier Cup.
Thanks to some outstanding defensive play, the Gales find themselves in the Vanier Cup facing the St. Mary's Huskies.
Queens has not won the Vanier Cup since 1978. St. Mary's since 1973. The 2 teams have never met before, but when they're done today, there will be a new champion in CIAU football for this season. Jamie Galloway to kick it off. Back deep, Jeremy Stewart and Kent Gallinger. And the 1992 Vanier Cup is underway. Stewart from the 8. Stewart trying to get outside, but Brad Elberg makes the tackle right away, so David Sykes on the offense will go to work. Draw play. Here's Monge with room to run. A first down and plenty more.
Things don't look promising. The trend continues. Queens first possession.
Pendergast looking deep for Kidd, and it is almost intercepted.
St. Mary's second punt.
High spiraling punt by Sagan. Drives Steve Yeomanich all the way back to the 20. He dropped the ball. He dropped the football.
Something promising, though the drive eventually stalls.
Back now as he looks over the middle of Jovic, and Steve Jovic makes the catch, fights his way to midfield.
Then on the next possession,
Pendergast now lofts one up, and he's got a man open. Rob Weir, who makes the catch, and he's marked out the 15-yard line. Rob Weir all to himself. 1:54 to play. They give it inside to Paul Kozan, who bounces down inside the 5 and should have another Queens first down. First and goal from the 4. Elberg. Not much there. Elberg tripped up once again. Elberg. Fighting, touchdown!
I asked Queens quarterback Tim Pendergast how important that long completion to Rob Weir was in opening up the ground game.
Oh, big. I mean, they got to play off a little bit now. We almost hurt Burke twice over the middle. He's got to play a little looser now, too. Hopefully that'll help the ground game a bit.
Big confidence booster?
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have completed those 2 over the middle, but, I mean, hey, we got 7 points. Let's keep going.
The Huskies strike. Second play, second quarter.
Sykes with time, looking deep. Again for Charles Ash. Touchdown, St. Mary's. But a flag is down. And this is coming back. David Sykes with a great throw, but a holding penalty.
Holding 67 St. Mary's.
But what kind of effect will this have emotionally on the Huskies, who thought they had tied the game? Sykes under pressure. Lewin is after him and trips him up. Jamie Lewin got a hand on the shoelace of David Sykes, which now brings the ever-popular 2nd and 28 situation. Sykes, quick drop, again throwing it up high. He's looking for Steve Sardi. Sardi runs underneath it and the ball comes loose.
The Gales' second play after St. Mary's punts.
Here's Pendergast looking deep. He's got Alford open, and here he goes to the races. Brian Alford. Touchdown, Queen. No flag. A 78-yard pass and run touchdown.
Alford and Pendergast had practiced this all week.
Brian Alford, the wide receiver, was Rookie of the Year for the track team, and then he switched over to football. You can see why. He was such a great track and field performer. Ran the 400 meters. He just fries David Houston, the defensive back. Look at Tim Pendergast. Yes, he likes it.
Watch the Gales' number 45, John Zulich, on this play.
Back to the deep pass to Charles Ash. No, they keep it on the ground. They give it to Monge.
Next possession, 45-yard line. Queens gets the first turnover.
Sykes bumped into his own man, lost the football, still loose. And finally, I think it is Queens football.
The teams trade possessions. Queens punts from St. Mary's 46-yard line.
High snap for Galloway's punt. He just gets it away, and what a beauty. High spiraling punt. Taken by Gallinger at the 5, and he'll get no further. Great play on special teams by Rob Weir.
2:07 to play in the first half. The defense bears down.
First and 10, St. Mary's from the Huskies' 15-yard line. Again, it is Sykes to Ash quickly, and this time nobody on the Queens sideline is fooled. A third down situation with 47 seconds left. Anasegan is back to punt once more. Jovic from the 49. Steps across midfield, gets a block, and here he goes. Jovic down to the 37-yard line. Pendergast out to the flat, complete to Paul Kozan. Kozan decides not to head for the sidelines, has lots of room to run, and gets all the way down to the 23-yard line. The toss to Elberg, he's got room to run. Elberg gets outside, here he goes, Elberg! Touchdown, Queens! Brad Elberg from 23 yards out.
The other half of that Regina connection. First it was Paul Kozan, now it's Brad Elberg taking the pitch outside. Queens come up to the ball. They snap the ball very quickly, and he manages to get around the corner, and now it's just his speed takes over. They say Elberg runs a 4 5.3340.
The first half comes to an end with the Golden Gales leading 21-0. Queens comes out in the second half looking for more.
Here's Elberg, and they can't contain him. Elberg winds his way across the midfield stripe, still going. Elberg gets outside, room to run to the 30, and finally tripped up from behind. Brad Elberg, as catching him from behind was Brian Walker, but not before Elberg had a gain of 42 yards.
2 plays later.
On 2nd and 6. Pendergast over the middle looking for Kidd. Kidd has the catch and is close to the end zone. They will mark him down at the 1. If Elberg gets the touchdown here, he'll tie the Vanier Cup record. Here he comes. Touchdown! His 3rd of the game.
Elberg shows he can catch the ball as well.
The game by Kozan was negligible, and now they complete it over to Elberg. Elberg over the middle. Now he's got more room to run, and he's finally brought down. The fake to Elberg. Pendergast over the middle, and a diving catch. What a great catch by Jovanic, but they're saying the ball hit the turf. Galloway to punt. High snap. Runs around, boots it up, not very far, right over the middle. It bounces at midfield.
Hargraves reacts to that high snap. St. Mary's begins driving to the end zone.
Sykes fires it out there, incomplete for Sardi. Flag comes down.
3 plays later, plus another Queens penalty, the Huskies are on the doorstep.
1st and goal from the 2. Early movement.
8th play of the drive.
Now 2nd and goal from the 7. Again, early movement. No flags, and pulling straight ahead once more is Sykes. And stopped short is Johnson. An outstanding defensive play.
Watch number 33, Boone, beat the block.
And now Queens begins with a 4-touchdown lead. 1st and 10 from the 2. They give to Elberg. Why not? Here he goes outside once again and fights his way across the 10 to about the 12 to be close to a 1st down. 1:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Pendergast rolls to his right. As time looks deep, he has Jovanic open. Here comes the ball, and here goes Jovanic. Steve Jovanic all the way down to the 35-yard line before he's finally tackled by Brian Walker. But hold everything, there's a flag. And this is coming back.
On the 3rd play of the 4th quarter, the defense keeps working on the shutout.
Sykes looking deep over the middle to Ash. Big traffic, and is intercepted. Gain of 2, and is 2nd and 8 now. Pendergast to throw. He has a man open, and diving for it is Jovanic, and it is a great catch. This time they call it complete. All the way up to the 31-yard line.
This was the Gales' only turnover of the game.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Once again, they throw it over to Rob Weir. This time it is picked off. A measure of revenge for the cornerback who's been picked on all day.
The resulting St. Mary's drive is brought to a swift end by Mike Boone.
And Sykes will go back to the shotgun on 3rd down. Looking deep over the middle, and it's picked off. Intercepted by linebacker Mike Boone, and now Boone heads up the sidelines all the way up to the 52-yard line. Queens has the ball back.
Mike Boone, an all-Canadian linebacker back in 1990.
The defense is still flying the next time the Huskies have the ball.
Sykes for Sardi, almost intercepted for a touchdown by Mark Morrison. Sykes will go back to the shotgun. Over the middle and incomplete. He was looking once again for Damon Time, and Time got nailed.
Jamie Galloway, Queens' all-time scoring leader, adds to his record, finishing his 5-year career with 313 points. Steve Othen in for Pendergast. Don Rorwick benefits from the work of the offensive line.
And here they go rumbling anyway. Don Rorwick, the backup tailback, and that's a real tribute to the Queens offensive line. Here comes Rorwick again for what's good for another first down up to about the 34-yard line. St. Mary's, you'd have to think for pride at least, would love to get on the scoreboard here to avoid being the first team in Vanier Cup history to be shut out. Gallinger takes it at the 12, and he is dropped at the 10. Low snap to Sykes. Under pressure now, dumps it off for Oxley. Check that, that's Dave Time, and Time is dropped in his tracks. And here it is, folks. Alberg and Pendergast, and Doug Hargraves gets soaked.
It's usually the official ending of a football game. It's not over until you get soaked with the Gatorade.
Great thing is Doug's hair is soaking wet, doesn't look any different. The first shutout in Vanier Cup history. The clock shows 0. And the Gales are indeed golden. The Vanier Cup champions for 1992. Doug Hargraves and the Queens Golden Gales. And this man with one of the most impressive offensive performances in the history of this championship game. Number 1, indeed they are. And they'll celebrate the championship on the field, in the stands, and of course in Kingston, Ontario. The first Vanier Cup for the Queens Golden Gales since they won it back in 1978. This football program over 100 years old. They're dancing, they're singing.
And you know, this
Not far away from them is the Vanier Cup.
And this is a tradition, Gord, at Queen's University at homecoming. All the fans storm the field, and they're certainly doing it here in Skydome. It's becoming a sea of people on this field.
The late George Vanier granted permission to the Canadian Save the Children Fund to name the trophy awarded to the winner of the annual Canadian College Bowl and name it the Vanier Cup.
That you live to play football, so this has got to be the biggest moment of your life, I guess.
Oh, exactly. It's the most important game of my life. I knew that when I was coming out today. I mean, I love the sport, and at the worst of times, this just makes it seem so much better.
The pressure guys come through in the biggest games. Did you feel coming out that you were going to have the best game of your life?
I was going to try. It's just a matter of staying focused, and I think we had a quality enough team with the 40 members, not any individuals. And I thought if we came out focused, things would work out to our advantage, and I think we did, and that's exactly what happened.
Low driving kick that is taken by Brad Elberg at the 15. Elberg breaks away. He's got room across midfield. Elberg. Only one man to beat. Europe dives. Touchdown. Brad Elberg on the opening kickoff of the second half. Gabler has it picked up. It's intercepted. Aaron Campbell to the 30. The 20. Dragged out at the 8-yard line, but this game is over. The clock shows 0. And the Gales are indeed golden. The Vanier Cup champions for 1992. And a 31-0 victory for the Queens Golden Gales.